How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be taking a look at Quarantine 2: Terminal. This movie came out in 2011 and was directed by John Pogue. Now, John Pogue we've seen a few times on this channel. The Hammer film, The Quiet Ones, and the shark movie Deep Blue Sea 3. So we've seen him around a bit, and those two movies were fine. This movie stars Mercedes Manson, Josh Cooke, and Noree Victoria. Now, obviously, Quarantine 2 is the sequel to Quarantine, which was a remake of the movie Wreck. However, Quarantine 2 is its own completely unique story that has nothing to do with Wreck 2, which is kind of strange because the first one was such a shot-for-shot remake. I mean, not totally, and it didn't pan out as good, but it is strange that for Quarantine 2, they would go the exact opposite route and do something completely different. But that being said, back in the day, I remember people talking about Quarantine. It was a popular found footage film. It was one of the notable ones. And that in turn got people interested in Wreck, and Wreck was so much better, and I remember people talking about both films, and I even remember people talking about the Wreck sequels. I never heard anyone talk about this. I didn't even know this movie existed until kind of recently. I'm the kind of guy that browses through used movie shops a lot, and I stumbled across this DVD and said, they made a sequel to Quarantine? When did this happen? And as much as I've been through used movie shops, as much as I dig, I've only seen this DVD twice. So a kind of rare DVD, no one talks about this. What the heck happened? And having seen it, I kind of get that. This movie is sadly just forgettable. It's not so much a bad movie as it is an aggressively not good movie. It's kind of just mindless entertainment. If you want to turn on the TV and watch some zombies run around, this will do that. It's not really boring, and it doesn't have anything super offensive in it. It just doesn't have any weight or anything behind it. And being part of the Wreck franchise, that's kind of sad. But yeah, there's not much here, and there's no big, impressive moments. I mean, like, character death. That should be something big, right? Characters will die, and you won't notice until, like, the group has a quiet moment, and then just some characters are missing, and you're like, I bet they died. Wish the movie would have made a big deal about that. Like, there's one scene where they're running, and the blonde girl gets grabbed by a zombie, pulled away, and I hope you caught that, because the movie sure as heck didn't linger on it. And I'm like, that should be a big scare. That should be a big moment. That should have weight. Nothing in this movie has weight. There's a scene where a zombie's in a machine, and it's gonna squish him. That should be fun, right? All we get is the zombie's reaction shot going, I'm dead now. This is rated R. Where's the blood? Where's the guts? Where's the zombie squishing action? This movie's flat. You left it out in the sun too long. I don't know what happened to it. There's nothing here. The characters are cardboard. Like, for real, this is one of those movies where they'll give a character one trait, and that's all you get. You're the makeout couple, you're the angry guy, you're the fat guy. And yes, this is the kind of movie that thinks fat guy is a personality. That's not good. Cardboard characters going on a zombie adventure where nothing has weight, nothing has significance, there's no pop, there's no pizzazz, but zombies will run around and eat people, and it's short enough, it stays going at a good enough clip. But it's just mindless, it's aimless, there's no purpose or point or weight, there's nothing spectacular or big. It's super forgettable. That's the worst part. But there is another thing that ticks me off about this movie. It's not found footage either. That absolutely sucks. Like, this is 2011. The biggest part of the found footage boom was like 2009 to 2012. Found footage was super hot right now, and they just gave it up. I don't know why. Like, that, I feel, is a crucial part of the franchise. I know Rec 3 and 4 would give it up. I'll judge those movies when I get to them, but you turn this on, you see that it's not found footage. That got to me. I could feel that. It was just like a lump. It's like, oh gosh, why did they do that? I don't know. It ticked me off. I guess they couldn't think of a reason you would be recording inside of an airplane, but still, found footage is important. Sucks they got rid of it. So overall, not really much to see here. If you just have a lazy Saturday afternoon and you need some sort of horror movie to kill the time, this will do it for you. I don't know how much you'll remember it later. This movie has been forgotten, and I can see why. It's not the worst thing ever, it just has nothing. Whatever. In order to analyze this further, I'm going to be doing a deeper dive. I'll talk about the plot, I'll analyze it, I'll pick apart pieces that don't work. I won't go to the ending, I won't spoil that, I don't have to cover the ending in order to analyze it. But from here on out, this is a deeper analysis. We open up with two stewardesses running late. Cliche movie opening, oh no, I can't believe we're late. Whatever. One of them's a kind of a party girl, but I honestly forget which one that was, and one of them will become our main character. There's also a stupid thing here where, like, the father of the main character wants her to be a pilot, because the writer thinks that, I don't know, that you have to be a stewardess first before you become a pilot. It's like those people that think nurses are junior doctors and don't get that just because you're in the same field, there are multiple career paths, but she needs to learn to take control, so she wants to be a pilot. Whatever. She goes to the terminal and gets on what's a shockingly tiny airplane. Like, for real, one side is one seat, the other side is two. And I know that airplanes like this must exist, but if you're trying to relate to your audience, I'm used to huge airplanes that they pack you on like cattle and there's like 400 people at least on them. I don't know what's up with this tiny airplane. Other than that, they couldn't get that many characters. It's a flight with like 12 people or so on it. Yeah, I couldn't write more than 12 people, so we're just gonna shrink the airplane. Well, they help the one-dimensional characters get on. You know, there's the kid that's flying alone, so he has to be kind of independent. He gets more development than anyone else, so he'll be a main character. And then just a bunch of 1D people show up. Whatever. They get on, and they do this bit. A subversion of expectations where the pilot has a cough and he talks about his dog and we're like, we've seen the first movie, the pilot's gonna get sick. But no. Get this. It's actually the teacher who brought some hamsters on, and the hamsters will bite the fat guy, and that's how they get sick. I get wanting your movie to be surprising, but when you say, hey, instead of going the logical route, what if we went the stupid route? It's not worth it to be surprising. And I know there's more to it later, but you can't make hamsters scary. I'm sorry, you can't. Subversion with evil hamsters is not a valid plot. Whatever. The fat guy's gonna attack people with crazy, bombastic energy that, yeah, you could never get away with how this was shot today, let me tell you that. And they're going to have to land the plane. And right when they landed the plane, I was like, cheater! Now, I get that this is called terminal, I should have expected them to go to a terminal, but it's just so the movie can be easier made. You know, when you're up in the sky, it's like we're away from everybody. This is a tight confinement thriller. Oh man, we're on a plane full of zombies. That's cool, but it's harder to ride and harder to shoot, so let's land this plane, okay? So it sucked when they landed it, but at least you get some good cinematography with the light and dark of like this baggage area. And of course they're put under quarantine because that's the other part of this movie's title. And then they just kind of wander around until the movie's over. Like, what they have to do to get out of here is shockingly easy, but the character that remembers it just doesn't think of it until the end of the movie. And then there is a bit of a plot and a bit of a reveal, but again, not much, and just doesn't come up until the end of the movie. So they're wandering around, they're dealing with the people in the hazmat suits outside. There's one part where one of them's bitten, and they spend way too long trying to save them. And this is a plot element that I hate that happens in zombie movies all the time. And I get the characters don't know, but we as an audience know that that person is doomed. So it's easy to check out of trying to save the obviously doomed person. That's just a stupid plot, and I hate when it's in here. But yeah, they don't really have anything to do until the obvious way out is revealed, so get ready for some mindlessly, aimlessly roaming until we're down to a small enough group of people and enough times pass that we can end the movie. Again, there's not enough character development. I care about no one. The human kills and the zombie kills, none of them have any weight behind them. There's just nothing significant to this movie. And yeah, it's not like it's the worst thing ever, because they do keep it moving along enough, I guess, but this is a lazy Saturday afternoon movie you're gonna forget in a while, and I can't pretend like it's anything other than that. Which, again, not the worst thing ever, but not worthy of the Wreck franchise. Yeah, this is a forgotten movie, and I see why. But if you're curious about it, it's not terrible. If you have a lazy day, go for it, I guess. Anyway, to everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You really are helping the channel out. I'll leave a relevant playlist on the bottom. This should be my Rec/Quarantine playlist, where you can see my reviews of the first 2 Rec movies as well as the first Quarantine movie, and I hope to get to Rec 3 and 4 relatively soon. Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Relevant playlist on the bottom. Have a good day now.